There are days when we glance at our reflection and wonder why our skin looks more tired than we feel softer in brightness, weaker in texture, and quietly aging in ways that creams don't always fix. It's not just about wrinkles, it's about restoring the healthy glow, smoothness, and vitality our skin once held. What if nature has already given us something surprisingly simple to help us do exactly that? My name is Dr. Eliza Hart, a board-certified obstetrician and gynecologist with over 15 years of experience in women's health and skin aging. Over the years, I've met many women who tried countless creams and serums only to wonder why their skin still looked tired, missing firmness, natural glow, and that youthful smoothness we once took for granted. That's because skin after 50 does not only need moisture, it needs gentle support for circulation surface protection and collagen maintenance from within. One of the most surprisingly effective natural helpers is not a cream or serum at all, but a simple ingredient that quietly sits in many kitchens: cinnamon, a warming spice known not only for flavor, but also for its ability to support skin texture, glow, and surface resilience when used correctly. Before we begin, take a moment to subscribe and comment your country so we can see how far our shared journey travels. And please help me reach our first 50,000 subscribers. It truly motivates me to continue this work. Now let's explore how this humble ingredient helps aging skin look smoother, brighter, and visibly younger. 1. Supports collagen production, helping skin look smoother and firmer. There is a moment in every woman's aging journey when she realizes it is not just fine lines or a change in complexion that makes the face look older, but rather the gradual loss of firmness and smoothness that once made her skin feel naturally resilient. While many creams try to enhance moisture on the surface, very few ingredients gently encourage the skin to regain the structural support it slowly loses over time. This is where cinnamon, when used thoughtfully, provides a unique kind of help. Unlike temporary surface fixes, it interacts with the skin's natural renewal process in a deeper and more meaningful way. As we age, our skin begins to produce less collagen, the essential protein responsible for firmness, elasticity, and the smooth appearance of the skin. Collagen decline is not simply a cosmetic change. It is a biological process influenced by reduced cell communication, slower renewal, and environmental stress. Cinnamon contains naturally occurring compounds, particularly cinnamaldehyde, which have been observed to help stimulate fibroblasts. These are the specialized cells responsible for supporting collagen production within the skin. While this effect may be modest, it works in harmony with the body's own process, rather than trying to replace it with external substitutes. This gentle support can help the skin maintain a slightly firmer appearance, smooth out areas where early fine lines tend to show, and encourage a more vibrant surface over time. Another valuable aspect of cinnamon is how it helps nurture the skin's texture from within. When the skin retains its ability to renew itself at a natural pace, it maintains a smoother, softer surface that reflects light better, giving it a fresher, more youthful appearance. By supporting the environment around collagen-producing cells, cinnamon may help protect the skin from some of the factors that accelerate surface aging, such as dryness, surface stress, and the occasional loss of elasticity. It is important to remember that natural ingredients do not deliver overnight transformations. Instead, their strength lies in their ability to gently support what your skin is already trying to do: stay firm, stay smooth, and age gracefully. Cinnamon, used as part of a steady skincare and wellness routine, aligns with this philosophy beautifully. And while this quiet support for firmness is an essential beginning, there is another part of cinnamon's value that truly helps the skin look brighter, more radiant, and more alive from within, something that many women begin to notice as their skin loses that youthful glow. 2. Rich in antioxidants, helping brighten and protect aging skin. With age, skin doesn't just look different, it begins to behave differently. It becomes slower to repair, less able to defend itself, and more vulnerable to the tiny daily stressors that gradually dull its natural clarity. At these stages, women often turn to brightening creams or exfoliators in hopes of reviving that youthful glow. However, surface treatments alone cannot protect the skin from the underlying causes of dullness and uneven tone. What truly affects brightness is oxidative stress, when unstable molecules called free radicals begin to disrupt collagen fibers, damage healthy skin cells, and accelerate pigmentation. These effects are subtle at first, but over time they contribute to that fatigued, shadowed look many women describe, especially after 50. Cinnamon contains natural polyphenols and flavonoids, two powerful antioxidant groups that help defend the skin from these free radicals. Its antioxidant capacity may gently support the skin's ability to maintain a clearer, more uniform tone, helping reduce the appearance of surface dullness while preserving healthier cellular function. Unlike bleaching or harsh brightening agents, cinnamon does not force the skin to change. It supports its ability to protect itself, allowing natural clarity to be gradually restored. When skin is consistently supported with antioxidant-rich ingredients, it doesn't just look better temporarily, it becomes more resilient over time. This gentle strengthening of the skin's natural defense system helps reduce the look of fatigue, uneven tone, and surface roughness that often appears more prominently in mature skin. Rather than chasing a quick change, women begin to notice subtle improvements in texture, clarity, and a calmer, more composed appearance of the skin. Another overlooked benefit of antioxidant support is how it helps soften the appearance of fine lines and texture irregularities. When the skin can defend itself more effectively, it maintains a smoother surface, helping light reflect more evenly and giving the complexion a fresher, more rested appearance. Many women notice that with consistent antioxidant support, their skin begins to look less tired, more balanced, and gently revitalized even without makeup. It is important to clarify that brightening does not mean lightening. It refers to enhancing the skin's ability to appear more radiant, protected, and clear, not changing its natural tone. Cinnamon, when used correctly, supports that natural clarity without erasing the skin's character or maturity. And once the skin begins to regain that clearer, more luminous appearance, another essential aspect becomes more noticeable: the role of circulation, and how the flow of oxygen and nutrients influences how alive and refreshed the skin looks. 3. Helps improve circulation, supporting natural glow and healthier skin tone. Healthy-looking skin is not only smooth or bright, it is responsive, oxygenated, and quietly energized. When the tiny vessels beneath the surface slow down with age, even well-cared-for skin may begin to appear flat, less expressive, and lacking its natural sense of vitality. One of the lesser-known aspects of mature skin is that it receives less oxygen and fewer nutrients over time, simply because circulation becomes less efficient with age. This results in skin that looks slightly dull, even when collagen levels are fairly stable. When blood flow slows, cellular communication also weakens, and the skin can no longer renew itself at the same pace. That is why some women notice that their skin can look lifeless or undernourished, even when using quality skincare products, because true skin vitality is fueled from within. Cinnamon is known for its naturally warming properties, and this warmth is not merely symbolic, it is associated with supporting microcirculation. When circulation improves, oxygen and essential nutrients reach the skin more efficiently, helping refresh its tone, support surface repair, and maintain a healthier overall appearance. Women often describe this effect not as looking younger, but as looking more well-rested, more alive, and gently awakened from within. Improved blood flow can also support the skin's natural ability to protect its collagen structure, which helps maintain smoothness and elasticity over time. When this internal support continues consistently, the skin may also begin to respond more effectively to moisturizers, serums, and even basic hydration, as the improved blood flow helps carry beneficial nutrients to the skin's surface. This is why some women begin to notice that their usual skincare products seem to work better, not because the products have changed, but because their skin has. It does not deliver instant transformation, nor does it artificially alter skin tone. Instead, it supports the skin's natural processes, helping it appear more balanced, naturally firmer, and subtly revitalized. If you've ever noticed days when your skin looks unusually dull or lifeless, even with makeup, it may not be dryness or fatigue. It could be a lack of healthy surface circulation. If you've experienced that, just type "I feel that" in the comments. You may be surprised how many women feel exactly the same, and your words might help someone else feel understood. As the skin gradually reconnects with its natural vitality, another quiet benefit emerges: cinnamon's ability to help protect sensitive aging skin from external disruptions, supporting clearer, calmer, and more stable skin over time. 4. Natural antimicrobial support, helping protect aging sensitive skin texture. Mature skin does not only change in appearance, it also changes in behavior. With age, the skin's barrier becomes thinner, more delicate, and less equipped to defend itself against everyday external irritants. This increased sensitivity often shows up as redness, occasional breakouts, irritation after using certain products, or a general feeling that the skin is less tolerant than it used to be. What many women do not realize is that as the skin ages, it needs not only hydration and nourishment, but also gentle protection. Cinnamon contains natural compounds with mild antimicrobial and antifungal properties, which may help support the skin's ability to protect itself from surface disruptions. This does not mean it works like a treatment for skin conditions, nor should it replace appropriate medical care. Instead, it may offer gentle support to help keep the skin's surface environment balanced, especially for women experiencing occasional irritation or texture instability due to environmental changes, skincare reactions, or hormonal shifts. As the skin ages, its natural microbiome, meaning the beneficial layer of microorganisms that helps protect the surface, can become less stable. When this balance is disrupted, the skin may become more vulnerable to irritation breakouts or fungal sensitivity. Cinnamon, when used appropriately and in very small amounts externally, may support this delicate balance, allowing the skin to remain calmer, clearer, and more composed. This effect is subtle, but for women over 50, even small improvements in skin comfort can make a noticeable difference in how stable and healthy the skin feels. When the surface environment of the skin feels more balanced and less reactive, it often becomes noticeably calmer, not only in appearance but also in sensitivity. Women frequently describe that their skin simply feels more comfortable, meaning it reacts less to weather changes, products, or stress. This sense of comfort is not about perfection. It is about predictability, and predictable skin is more resilient, more cooperative, and more responsive to gentle care routines. Because cinnamon is active, it should never be applied in its pure form. It must be heavily diluted, such as mixing 1 drop of cinnamon essential oil with a carrier oil like almond or jojoba oil, and always patch tested before general use, as aging skin can be more reactive. The goal is not to treat the skin, but to support its natural defense gently, consistently, and with respect for its sensitivity. When the skin begins to feel more stable, balanced, and less reactive, it becomes ready for deeper support that does not begin on the surface, but from within, where true nourishment and long-term resilience are built. 5. Internal use, best for glow, firmness, and long-term skin support. Not all support for aging skin begins on the surface. In fact, some of the most meaningful changes start quietly within the body, where circulation, collagen activity, and cellular defense naturally unfold. When we think of glow, firmness, or long-term resilience, we often look to creams, masks, or treatments, yet skin is ultimately a reflection of internal function. When the body is gently supported from the inside, the skin develops a softer, more sustained vitality that cannot be replicated topically. Cinnamon, when used internally and in appropriate amounts, may offer gentle support to several processes associated with healthy skin aging. One of the ways it may help is through supporting blood sugar balance. When glucose levels rise excessively, and frequently, a process called glycation occurs where sugar molecules bind to collagen and elastin fibers, making them stiff, weak, and more prone to breakdown. This process can accelerate skin aging, contributing to dullness, sagging, and deeper expression of lines over time. Regular small dietary use of cinnamon may help support healthier glucose metabolism, which in turn may help protect these structural proteins. Cinnamon also contains natural polyphenols that may offer antioxidant benefits from within. Unlike topical antioxidant use, which supports surface protection, internal antioxidants may help defend collagen at a deeper level, supporting cell repair, enhancing overall skin comfort, and contributing to more stable skin function. Women often describe this effect not as sudden radiance, but as a quiet improvement in skin texture, moisture retention, and balance. One simple way to incorporate cinnamon internally is by adding a small amount, typically 1/4 to half a teaspoon, to warm water or herbal tea in the morning. Some women prefer adding it to yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies where it blends effortlessly without overpowering other ingredients. When used consistently, this may offer gentle, sustained support without stressing the body, which is particularly important in midlife and beyond. It is essential to emphasize that internal use is not about quick results. It is more like nourishment, gradual, steady, and respectful of how the body naturally adapts. With time, healthier metabolic functions, supported circulation, and a more balanced inflammatory environment may help create a skin foundation that feels stronger, calmer, and better supported. And once the skin begins to receive this deeper support, the next question becomes how cinnamon can be used externally in a safe and thoughtful way, not to replace internal nourishment, but to complement it and gently support surface texture over time. 6. External use, surface level support for texture, clarity, and mild glow. While internal nourishment helps shape the deeper foundations of skin health, many women still appreciate gentle external methods that support the surface, especially when used thoughtfully and in harmony with the skin's natural behavior. The purpose of external use is not to replace deeper care or to force visible change quickly, but rather to offer subtle support for texture, clarity, and comfort, while respecting the sensitivity of aging skin. Cinnamon, when used topically, must always be treated as a supportive ingredient rather than a treatment. It is naturally active and can be too strong when applied directly, which is why it should always be diluted. A very small pinch of cinnamon powder mixed with honey and applied as a short-duration mask may offer a mild warming sensation, temporarily enhancing surface circulation that may help the skin appear slightly more refreshed. This warming effect is not designed to stimulate or exfoliate, but to gently encourage surface activity that may promote a more relaxed, smoother-looking texture when used occasionally. For those with dry or mature skin, diluting 1 drop of cinnamon essential oil in a carrier oil, such as sweet almond jojoba or argan oil, and applying it briefly as a massage oil can offer light surface comfort. This mixture should not be left on overnight, and it should be removed after a few minutes, allowing only brief interaction with the skin. Some women describe this experience as warming without irritation, but the goal is not to feel heat or tingling. It is to maintain a sense of comfort and balance, creating a more receptive environment for moisturizers. Because aging skin can react unpredictably, external cinnamon use should always begin with a patch test on the inner wrist or behind the ear, and should be avoided entirely in cases of rosacea, eczema, thinning skin, or of taking medications that affect skin sensitivity. Natural ingredients still require respect, and cinnamon is no exception. Surface use is most effective when viewed not as a beauty treatment, but as part of a calm, supportive skin ritual, one that aligns with internal nourishment, circulation support, and the skin's own repair rhythm. It should feel like care, not like intervention. And once we understand both internal and external methods, we can finally explore how to use them wisely, how to begin, how long to continue, and how to observe safe and meaningful results over time while avoiding the common mistakes that may work against what the skin naturally needs. When supporting mature skin after 50 time and consistency matter far more than intensity. The skin's renewal rhythm is naturally slower, and collagen repair takes patience. This is why cinnamon should be used regularly for at least 4 to 6 weeks before expecting visible improvements in tone, texture, or radiance. That time frame allows both the skin and the circulatory system to gradually respond without overstressing sensitive, hormonally shifting skin. For internal use, the most supportive way to begin is to start gently with just 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon per day, either mixed into warm water, herbal tea, oatmeal, or yogurt. This subtle approach helps promote circulation, reduce glycation, and gently support antioxidant protection without overwhelming digestion. Women should avoid increasing the amount beyond 1/2 teaspoon daily unless under professional guidance, as higher dosages do not accelerate results but may increase sensitivity or discomfort. Every woman's response differs, so the best indicator is not only how the skin looks, but also how the body feels, energy levels, digestion, comfort, and tolerance. For external use, cinnamon should always be diluted. It should never be applied directly to the skin, especially after 50 when the barrier becomes thinner and more reactive. A small pinch blended with honey and left on for just 7 to 10 minutes can gently enhance brightness and surface smoothness. When using cinnamon essential oil, it must be diluted properly, 1 drop with a carrier oil such as almond or jojoba, and massaged lightly for no more than 5 minutes before washing off with lukewarm water. This should be done only once a week. Any burning, intense tingling, or prolonged redness is a sign that the skin is telling you to stop. Some common mistakes include using too much cinnamon, leaving it on overnight, applying it undiluted, using it daily, or combining it with exfoliants or retinoids on aging skin. These practices may damage rather than nourish. Mature skin thrives on gentle stimulation, not shock. Cinnamon is a natural ingredient, but still biologically active, and results will always vary depending on hormones, genetics, health status, and skin sensitivity. It is meant to complement, not replace existing skincare routines or medical treatments. Women with rosacea eczema allergies or those using chemical exfoliants should seek medical advice before starting. When used with respect, balance, and patience, cinnamon becomes more than just a spice. It becomes a steady partner in helping the skin rediscover clarity, radiance, and deeper vitality from within. Cinnamon does not promise overnight miracles, nor does it rewrite time. What it does beautifully is remind the skin how to function more efficiently by improving circulation, calming inflammation, supporting collagen renewal, and gently protecting against oxidative stress. After 50, our skin doesn't simply need more products. It needs wiser nourishment, softer care, and patience. The real results come when we work with our body, not against it, when we support its natural rhythms, rather than push it to show signs of change too quickly. If you choose to begin this journey, start slowly, observe your skin, listen to how your body responds, and allow at least several weeks for deeper vitality to surface. Aging gracefully is not about erasing time, it is about nurturing a healthier, calmer, more confident version of yourself. If you find value in these science-based videos and would like to support this channel's growth, you can help in the simplest and kindest way by contributing whatever feels comfortable. Your support allows me to create more educational content for women over 50 around the world. And before you leave, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and help this message reach other women who need it. Thank you for spending your time with me today and for choosing knowledge, nourishment, and grace.